Mr. Lynch, Mike, sorry, whatever. Good morning, Mr. Massimo, Mr. Simply, Mr. Massimo, Mr. Simply. Or simply, 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 or simply that. Stay inch. It's April 26th, already. Pratica 6 days, or the end of this April 6, 2026. It's Saturday neighbors today are totally clear, yes, totally clear. Seems totally get not seconds in third consecutive days, third consecutive days, totally clear, sky and this catastrofe, tutto seems to now. If it's between the one light one, consider the appeal, yes, all vice versa, is light one, sometimes also seems to now, and it's early after, it's 13 and 50. 1358 minutes. 6 and 5 Celsius, nei soft acniti più spacca soft scatcheggi di su for spring video su words for sequence with infect challenge the sequence of 17 spect video come sia su the words alla spazio su internal so spring work manager around the seasons sicuramente per tutte le seasons work free su the words if si guarda spring abbiamo solo fix mentre init più che previous week su per Yes, February 2 and 37, so previous 37 days ago, March 20th, it was Friday, and to previous in Italy, 10 was absolutely mission corporation about which we need to be. I'm sure that Tracy, the missing association, society estimated some proposed effective to change, but perhaps for really soon temperatures for the summer and the autumn winter, fact, some associated for the autumn, second soft for winter, for the seasons, the beach, classical. La segretaria di Greece, stessi femminili, qualsiasi figura infiltrata per studiare complete, anzi pronti all, che complay also nella people, but this, I think they can see officially this from the week, the S weekend, because in fact since the week between April 4 and 5, we have the perfect Greece, temporary Greece, we have the perfect mate, temporary Greece, for this, not only in general in Italy, but also in this city, but me, behind this, for me in general, this period, also in the consider next year, who is so good. And still, what has got to situation to I say for sure everything is really beautiful. It seems like a beautiful and much Lì after fiindcă trebuie să consideri repetiție și sfor, să se fără tantine Celsius. Ata, ne portim să mă fie, te ci vedi. Sei for today, yeah, oh, it's beautiful. Those beautiful blue skies and golden sunshine all along the way, also near me. Everyone, have a great day. As you know, this is the tone way to which Lynch and the finished this weather report, and also the tone which when he mentioned the beautiful blue sky sunshine on the sun in general is weather report, this is sunny weather report, so I guess blue sky sunshine is recommended, and where you can see in this video almost always often the enemy for the conscience between effect general film and make weather report itself, but also the previous data season maximum. In the cases an hour and a half later, an hour and a half later come this, and hopefully the fact that the sunshine this video came out bene si parla su repeat in this video most always you can see the shine near me but now see the things video sunshine effect now first things effect now sing and extract better refrain from the classical e poi song sulle mie because sing it speaking abito man non mi passare sa sono rimasto più quello mi passare finché non poi su ma tu sola, più bella mia, sola mia, sta in fronte a te, sola mia, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a mia, beh, Infatti buscați la șase mine este cutting jacket che su che adesso ne scene tu in live almeno tolli si più da sublime scene che senza da thing as a person si pensi che it's impossible si che it's impossible una beauty che ni su queste scene su che sitte e non so petit il sublime consens e student viene tinna sen skabatan si ne bi scene vars sono morti for execute la storia di march and our radio factory men in front of them and scabari for dai 5 hours and 50 minutes 55 minutes max non è quello solo Memphis sono così fetamo accordi a mia ma judgment we are also music time schedule at in general per say time well so sis so from video we know to team first long class mix friends in routine sa nasto ne va magari insomma solo borsti partivo da Bertolo per scurtini only for the noise it was a beautiful grey curtini beautiful painted the branch stato per non basta faccano per scurtini un reading seriamente si vede una comment su section seconda third festival on fortuna no da serie come section e non è più che insieme a terribile se shot ni armi il mio non avanza la figura si di infrase non frase mix friends and also effect si curtini white no, infatti fino a ti mette sulle bezze non esce per questa parte del video dove ci riesce a scegliere due scattazioni in genere di scattazioni di comunicazione di Roma sarà non lo so amico il mio amico Roma Over a broad perspective, also an example like a shot similar to a classic shot achievement of the fact to say against the number 1 to 2 S should be number 1 to 2, not to the later, but not should be number 2 for the best curtain repeat once again in this case for the second time, beautiful grey curtain and beautiful Veros curtain, beautiful grey curtain, beautiful painted bench, sempre sopra questa curtain strana corsi so, cara curtain finto max artisi, ma cartini sapore meglio, cioè se stile capa le curtini, e also mi si tingo, ma ne sono andato a uscito, e also in tutti shot street fact buff and resist, che riesce dello suo nisi, ma però vedi se effettivamente meglio. Now serie del test picture sentence says for the best curtain repeat for the third time this is a beautiful grey curtain beautiful painted bench, and also is for the nostra report so I repeat in for the second time also is repeat for the second time yes non ti exactly this and now it also is important so I repeat expressions is for five times and so then is the test picture sentences is but also and always better visible for me it's entirety inizio a secondo minuto originale Ricordi che uscito utilizzo fantastica utilizzo questi last october parte solo mi parte se tutto su utilizzo ma si vede in speak just sente su forte also read so repeat once again but also and always better visible for me it's entirety in short sequence me urgent and finally Roman medical key magics forti PG 635 also is me urgent This week also the shot fact of meet John that forse quest'anno was the cartoons was birthday the birthday present the gat genere ma colonte also ne so much also ne to mix series party mentally tuma vice versa in fact because one is similar same things in person among things I yes I upload if you upload the first version of the video one which is the first version interpretation mai precies wakro de drak atrulia community from Nubius to masterpiece Joseph Truba from to big particle to big so to dedicated to is in fact the birth for Janet a bit 54 but for vecchio to follow it on last match 22 I dedicated also to mass things but I mean party intirante party and if you the fancy match for me died on insieme Lens 22 and also dedicated to Mr. Lynch part Janet 20 so for this before my colontic so from vecchio origin it was dedicated only to my colontic Seberti. Now dedicated also to Master repeat Master materialmente Seberti, also Michelin, so all of them, all of the persons, and for Vecchia, but for Vecchia, practically the next hours, maximum tomorrow, not all, surely not over Tuesday. It should be more tomorrow. Yes, I will provide the second video too with the other 2 questions, perhaps the matter should be 2 questions. I dedicated it also to John Chen's birthday, in fact, and it was a 6th birthday, and also perhaps I'll upload another piece, but I think this more, it's impossible, more in first weeks of me. Another track is practically Harold Steam, in parenthesis, Josie Pass, practically over the version Harold Steam, if you don't want to original Harold Steam 3 minute, so it's a really beautiful piece. Yes, and Harold Steam has lowered the version you can see with the multiple other variations. Well, for the month, for the first version of the Joseph Truman Cinema Eplanations one, I also recommend as a reference to the second Lynch one, so one of the last video uploaded, but for the second, after I upload it, in case you see the Eplanations the second, I was using the shot, you can see the alcohol condition, the keeper met alcohol conditions in December 2nd, 2004, in fact, since the tip is a mean problem, the keeper effect is not in display, also with the purpose of better, not with the problem, the improper this effect is not in display, and it is an attempt to fix it. Getting the people of the process of the door, also so myself also because I'm finally, I hope you will get breakfast. Please eat in general, also us, in fact, when I say eat in general, also us, when I say eat me from us, if as in September, in fact, because you was eat in general for the people from my sort of my sono connected to Mari, perché avessi in winter to December regione, and essence of February, adesso mi uso in spazio libero, in spazio spring until non sei next tool disappear, but except for those days in which I wake up, I get up really late, like the case of today, at the same time later, but all important is very for the garage, so my situation sounds like breakfast, you can leave the Stati Uniti, but think milk at Fintan, but mette tu stesso, si che trago sei un remessemane stesso saggio, te ripeto per lui, e gli due sette regole, tutto sommato, ma si mettono mono di essere just for just roll just good 13 58 Mate, importing cioè se non siete insieme also di fortune so a million no so you always see e che fa non si things as food absolutely non si want to